Welcome friends to this new tutorial of this Python series, and today we'll be learning about some detailed methods of dictionary that we'll be using in dictionary. So in the earlier segment of the presentation we have shown you what is a dictionary and how the pair of dictionaries work. So let's start. Now, as you know that relating to a real world example, I would say that dictionary is similar to a normal real world dictionary, a book dictionary in which we have the meanings of various words, in which we find the meanings of words. We can relate that words that have the meanings can be equalized to or can be related to the values over here, and keys can be referred to as the words which we look for in the dictionary. So let's create a dictionary, DICT. Okay, DICT, and let's, as I told you, you use curly braces for them. So now this is an empty dictionary, as you know. Now let's create a dictionary. Now let's update it. uh, Values over here. uh, I shall tell you that we can create any value, we can give any key to them, and the value also. So if I want to, he gets dictionary 1. The key over here is dictionary C. And now let's try some names. Okay, let's try some strings. Okay, so let's take the string Google, and we equalize it to another string saying 124. Okay, we take it as a number. Okay, now when we print our tick, you see you have curly braces and there's a colon. They are separated by a comma over here. Now what if I don't give the name like 23? Okay, you see we don't, when we try to access 23, we don't have it. Now it is equal to, now as I was telling you that we can't have the same name. Okay, this will update it, but see, now when I try to give it a string like 256. Okay, now this is how we update it. You can see over here there is an updation. So now you can't try to make two strings, two keys, because it will update it. Like here I try to make it, so you can't you won't be making duplicates, you will just update them. So next we'll be learning that like we have entered into a dictionary, we have used now what if I enter multiple values. So dict, and I create 1 comma 2. Okay, and is equal to, and I give the values of a Yahoo. I take Yahoo, I take Microsoft. Okay, so Microsoft. And now let's check what is the update. That's the exciting part of dictionary. Now you can see over here, when I create a list over here, or you can say I created a list, and that's what the result I get. So now if you want to delete it, suppose you want to delete, how delete in dictionary. Now you have to specify the index 1 comma 2. And now when you see how the elements or the values, pair of values, are deleted over here. So this is how it works. Now it's not important that you always give a single value. There are often times when you can, now you can also use a list inside a dictionary. So dictionary, and I'll give 4 as the value over here, and that's equal to a dictionary. Now 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5. Okay, now let's print. Now see, the fourth value comes, so you can assign anything basically I want to tell you. Okay, so moving forward, now we'll be moving ahead and we'll be studying how to you can you have I've just shown you how we can delete strings, how we can add strings. So as you can see over here, we have got our we have shown you two ways to access the values. One is your normal way, that is using the key, and the second way how we can access it is using the get function. Now this works similar on all the keys and you can do it. Now you must be thinking, how should we delete? There must be a way, like if you remember in our list we had a way called pop, so we can use the similar function over here, to your surprise. Now it's amazing, no, because we are using the same function again and again. We don't need to remember more things. So let's use take dot pop, and so what, we have an error over here. So to at least one argument pop x, so as you see the last argument that which we have is 4, and that's a list, so it says that you should have at least one argument. Now I try list dot pop and I specify 4. You see now this is popped out. Now you might be thinking that why didn't we get, when we left it blank we used to get it in the list, but why aren't we getting it in here now? Why aren't we getting the same thing over here? Because it is unordered. If I tell you that the list is a more of an order, now dictionary you don't have an order over here, so you don't have an order, so you can't state where which is the top and which is the bottom, because LIFO is like because last and first out, which I introduced you the concept in the last video, last practical session, that whichever thing is in the last that is inserted would come up. So it is like a stack of books. So in order to remove it, you need to remove in a sequential manner, removing it from the top, and so that's how things operate over here. In order you need to do it, and you can't do it in random order. So like if I want to do that, so let's try another method. So it's pop item. See, this is what you do when you want to remove the last. So dictionary has something different for pop, like if you now do dict.pop, as you can see all above also it didn't work. So it doesn't work over here because you need to have an argument. You can't go randomly, and you need to have something. If you want to remove the last one, you have to do a pop item. Now what if you want to, I'll first show you what is the state of it. It already has one item, so let's add one more thing. Let's add a name. Company is, we have used Yahoo, we have used, let's choose IBM. IBM now. Okay. Now DICT. Okay. DICT. Now as you see, now what if we want to clear this, so we also have a function for that, dict dot clear, similar to our lists. So in the list also we were doing the same, almost the same thing, and dict, yep. So we have an empty list now. Now let's create a new dictionary. So dict1 is equal to, so we have 43 equal to James, and we have 57 equal to no, and we have 77 given to Tom. Okay, now this is our dictionary. Now, as I told you in the previous, if you equate this, like you may be thinking that if you want to copy all the content from one dictionary to another dictionary, so you state is equal to dictionary 1. Okay, now when you use dict, you see all the things are copied and you become, yeah, like, yeah, we have copied everything. Now let's see if we want to clear the dict. Here dot clear, and now according to, because this, if you haven't seen my previous video on list, you might be confused, a bit confused, like what is this, how can see dict. Now when we print dict 1, it's also empty, but we have copied it. You might be thinking we have copied it, so how did this happen? So I'll use it again. Okay, now I have used it. Now I have created the dict one again. Now when I try to now to copy, we have a similar function like dict one dot copy, and we assign it to and now when you print dict, you get it back. And now when you clear your and you see dict, it is clear, but it won't affect dict one. Now let's check the length of dict1, and you get 3. Now you might be thinking, what if we have another thing similar like we had in the previous, and we want to find whether a particular thing or a particular item is there on the, or we could say if we want to check that if it is there on or not. So what we do, so we can do that by finding the key. So if we use if, as you see, if 43 in dict, then print the value, so value of dict dict comma 43 would get printed. Okay, now let's see if it works. Print F43. So we were, yeah. So if we check that 43, we want to check whether the 43, the key is in dict 1. So, and this is what we get. So we get the value of James over here. Now what if we want the list of the values? So this what gives us, okay, dict 1, we need to use dict 1 dot values, and now you only have the values over here. Now what if you want to get some keys in that are in different form? So let's try that. Now if we have 33, no, we have first then we have second and we have third. Okay, now and in y all we give them 0 values. Now we need to create a new dictionary, dict2, and we give them a dict dot and from dot from keys and you comma x comma y, and now you print dict2. You can see it takes all the x values and prints over here 2 and 3, and all the values are from y. So these were the various functions and various methods that can be used with dictionaries. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.